All right, we're going to watch JD's breaststroke, and we're going to watch it at full speed once. Kind of see how wide those hands are going as we're moving forward. Really want to try and get those hands a little bit closer together. Good quick turn, nice streamline. Dolphin kick is a little too much. You kind of saw those feet come above the water. We'll come back to that though as we kind of get back to the start of your stroke. Alright, as we get into our stroke here, I'll slow it down a little bit. You see how your eyes are looking down. You have your body in a nice tight streamline. So we like where your body position is. But as we get close, you're going to be able to see your hands are almost fingertips pointed up with your palms almost a good 2 hand width apart. You want to try and keep those hands a little bit closer together, not quite so wide apart. You're going to be able to tell a little bit closer as we get in. The other thing is, got to rewind just a little bit. As we start that stroke, you see you're already on your in-sweep, and your head is just finally breaking that surface. You want to try and get that head above water a little bit earlier, almost right here. As your hands start to pull is when that head should start coming above that water. So let's work on a little bit earlier of a breath on the breaststroke. Okay? It's just a little bit earlier, not much. As you start to push your hands forward, your head's looking down, your legs are engaged. That's fantastic. Get your hands closer together. They're kind of too wide facing in. Get those hands a little bit closer together. You almost want to have them on like a triangle as you're pushing forward and you're rolling your shoulders forward. You can kind of see you splay your fingers out, you splay your hands up, and it's almost like your body position is so streamlined, and then here you're just kind of pointing your fingers up, and it's kind of causing you to slow down just a little bit. This position right here is good. This position back here is good. Even this position right here is good. It's just those hands. Let's really think about what your hands are doing, okay? And then because of where you are, you kind of see here you're bent, and you're trying to reach up. So you go from being in this good streamlined position to where then you're having to come up. So maybe a little bit too deep underwater there too. Let's see what it looks like after your next stroke. Good breath, good finishing your hand underneath your chin, right underneath your shoulders. That looks great. I do think we're probably going too deep, which is what's causing the curvature right there. Okay, that curvature is because you're just kind of pushing down too deep. So let's make sure as we're rolling forward and as we're pushing those hands forward, you are going to go down, but just slightly, not quite as much as you're going there. All right, so let's really work on that. Again, you can kind of see really just how much different and how much deeper those arms are as you start with that breaststroke. And then you have to fight to come back up. Okay? As we go into that turn, I like right away this and this. Right away you've got those feet into a nice tight streamline. You've got your feet starting to stack. Quickly you pull that right arm off that wall. I like where you bring it in. Again, you kind of tell that your feet are stacked on top of each other. That's fantastic. Drive your knees in that wall. A little bit more on an angle there. Okay, you can kind of see that your feet are pointing this way and your knees are pointing this way. You want your knees a little more on an angle up this direction here. So the feet up a little bit more. While it looks like a hashtag, I want to see those legs up, not going side to side. Okay? As you come off that wall, you get your hands engaged in that streamline so good and so well. But look at how wide your feet are as you're coming off that wall. Okay, your feet were perfectly stacked right next to each other. You're going into the wall, but then you kind of let them fall apart. Make sure they stay close together. All right? As we push off that wall, we kind of push straight. And because of how straight you went, we'd like to see you go down a little bit more here. And that's where that big, strong dolphin kick will make it a little bit more effective. Then you're going to come up there. So as we do the underwater dolphin kick, we're going to see it right here. Okay. First off, really a good job of starting the pull. There's where the flags are. That's good. We like how your elbows are out. We like how your hands are pushing back towards the wall. That's fantastic. Your kick down. Okay. That's a big triangular position, which means you've got a lot of water you're trying to fight through right here because you're pushing those legs way too far down. And because you kicked it down so far, you can see they literally break the surface. Okay. Now, JD, I don't usually feel like I see that from you, so I think maybe with the videotaping you kind of overcompensated it. But the other thing now is what's happening is now you're going back down. So while you should have come down here, okay, once you start that underwater kick, that's when your body should start raising up to the surface, okay? But instead you're kind of starting to go back down even deeper. And a little shallow as you come up, because once you start going down deeper, you kind of overcompensate, come up really, really quick. Really, really quick with the underwater kick. Good job of sliding your hands up. I'd like to see them a little bit closer to your belly button. Okay, you got a little bit of resistance down here, but again, it's at least the right idea. Good job of getting sneaky hands. There, we start to get them closer. Start looking those head forward. Once we look that head forward, start to create a little bit more resistance there. Make sure you keep that head down a little bit better. And then your head starts to break the surface right as your hands start that pull. I think you could probably get your head up a little bit later because you're still fine. You don't want to do the second underwater pull, but I think it looks to me as if you kind of came up a little too quick there. And once you come in, good breaststroke with your legs. Your kick looks so good. It's a good, strong kick, good, strong finish all the way through. Nice job, JD.